David knew hardship, he knew fear. From a young age, he was thrust into a world where survival was a daily challenge. The rocky terrain he navigated as a shepherd was not just a physical landscape, but a metaphor for the obstacles he faced in life. He knew what it meant to be hunted and alone. The desert was his refuge, a place where he could hide from those who sought his life. In the silence of the caves, he found solace, yet the fear of being discovered never left him. He spent his early years tending sheep, protecting them from wild animals and harsh weather. Each day was a test of his courage and resilience. The sheep depended on him, and he learned to be their guardian, their protector against the unseen dangers lurking in the shadows. Little did he know these experiences were preparing him for a greater purpose. As he watched over his flock, he was being molded into a leader. The quiet moments of contemplation under the vast sky were shaping his character, instilling in him a sense of responsibility and a vision for the future. He would one day become king, facing enemies and dangers far greater than any lion or bear. The battles he fought as a shepherd were but a prelude to the greater conflicts he would encounter as a ruler. His early victories over wild beasts were a training ground for the epic struggles that lay ahead. But throughout his life, one thing remained constant: his faith in God. In moments of despair and triumph alike, he turned to his faith as a source of strength and guidance. His prayers were a lifeline, a direct connection to the divine that sustained him through every trial. In 2 Samuel 22, we find a powerful song, a song of praise and thanksgiving poured out from the depths of David's heart. This song is not just a historical artifact, but a living testament to his enduring faith. It captures the essence of his journey, a melody that resonates with the highs and lows of his life. This song, birthed from a life of trials and triumphs, echoes through the ages, offering hope and encouragement to all who listen. It is a reminder that no matter the season of life we are in, there is always a reason to sing, always a reason to hope. David's story is our story. His experiences, though ancient, mirror the struggles and victories we face today. The lessons he learned in the fields and on the battlefield are timeless, offering wisdom and inspiration for our own journeys. It's a story of fear and faith, of struggle and victory, and ultimately of God's unwavering presence in our lives. In every challenge, in every triumph, we can find traces of David's journey, a testament to the enduring power of faith and the promise of divine guidance. David's life was far from easy. He faced betrayal, war, and the constant threat of King Saul, who sought to kill him out of jealousy. Imagine being hunted by your own king, living in caves and deserts, always looking over your shoulder. David knew this fear intimately. He knew the sting of betrayal, the loneliness of exile. Yet, in the face of these trials, David's faith never wavered. He clung to God, his rock and fortress, finding solace and strength in the midst of the storm. He poured his heart out in prayer, seeking guidance and protection, and God in his faithfulness never abandoned David. David's song is filled with powerful metaphors for God. He calls him his rock, his fortress, his shield, and his deliverer. These images paint a vivid picture of God's strength and protection. Imagine a mighty rock, unmovable and unshakable, standing firm against the fiercest storms. That's who God is to us, our constant, unwavering protector. He is the fortress that shelters us from danger, the shield that deflects the enemy's attacks, and the deliverer who sets us free from our fears. In God's presence we find refuge and security, no matter what storms may rage around us. David's journey was marked by darkness and despair. There were times when he felt overwhelmed, when fear threatened to consume him. But even in the darkest valleys, David never lost sight of God's presence. He knew that even when he couldn't see the way forward, God was with him, guiding his steps. David's song is a testament to the power of faith to sustain us through life's darkest moments. It reminds us that even when we feel lost and alone, God is near, ready to lift us up and carry us through. Section 5. Victory in the Valley. Despite the hardships he faced, David never lost hope. He knew that God was fighting for him and that knowledge gave him the courage to face his giants. And face them he did, defeating Goliath and overcoming countless other obstacles in his path. David's victories weren't his own. He acknowledged that it was God who gave him the strength to overcome. His song is a victory cry, a declaration of God's faithfulness and power. It reminds us that no matter what challenges we face with God on our side, we too can emerge victorious. Section 6. A shield of strength. In a world filled with uncertainty and fear, David's song offers a timeless message of hope and encouragement. It reminds us that we serve a God who is bigger than any problem we may face. He is our refuge, our strength, our ever-present help in times of trouble. When we face our own giants, when fear threatens to overwhelm us, we can cling to the same God who delivered David. We can find comfort in his presence, strength in his promises, and victory in his name. Section 7. Finding refuge in the storm. David's life was a tapestry woven with threads of both joy and sorrow, victory and defeat. But through it all, his faith in God remained his anchor, keeping him steady in the storms of life. His story reminds us that faith isn't about living a life free from problems. It's about facing those problems with God by our side. It's about trusting in his goodness, even when we don't understand his ways. It's about finding our refuge in him, knowing that in his arms we are safe and secure. Section 8. A song for today. Thousands of years after David penned these words, his song still resonates with power and relevance. The Psalms, written in times of joy and sorrow, triumph and defeat, continue to speak to the human condition. We live in a world that is no less challenging than David's. Our modern lives are filled with complexities and uncertainties, much like the ancient world. We face our own giants, our own fears, and our own moments of doubt. The struggles we encounter may be different in form, but they are similar in essence. Our own moments of despair can feel overwhelming, as if we are alone in our suffering. Yet in these moments, we can find solace in the timeless words of the Psalms. But just as God was with David, he is with us. He hasn't changed. His presence is a constant, a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. His love is just as strong, unwavering, and unconditional, reaching out to us in our moments of need. His power just as mighty, capable of calming the storms in our lives and moving the mountains that stand in our way. His grace just as sufficient for us today as it was for David then. It is a grace that covers all our shortcomings and lifts us up when we fall. When we read David's words, we are reminded that God is in control, orchestrating the events of our lives with a purpose and a plan, and that he is working all things together for our good. Even in the midst of chaos, there is a divine order at work. We can face the future with confidence, knowing that we are not alone. With faith, we can walk forward hand in hand with the one who holds the future. Section 9. Your fortress awaits. David's song is an invitation, a call to find our own refuge in the God who never fails. It's a reminder that no matter how dark the night or how fierce the storm, God is our rock, our fortress, our deliverer. He is waiting with open arms to shelter us, to strengthen us, to lead us to victory. Will you answer the call? Will you step into the fortress of his love and find the strength and hope you need to face whatever life throws your way? Section 10. Conclusion. A legacy of faith. David's song of praise echoes through the ages, resonating in the hearts of believers across generations. His words, filled with profound reverence and unwavering trust, have transcended time and space. This song is a testament to the power of faith and the unwavering faithfulness of God. It serves as a reminder that even in our darkest moments, there is a light that guides us, a divine presence that never abandons us. It's a song of victory, a song of hope, a melody that lifts our spirits and strengthens our resolve. It tells us that no matter the battles we face, victory is assured when we place our trust in the Almighty. This song reminds us that we are never alone in our struggles. It speaks to the collective human experience where each of us at some point faces trials and tribulations. Yet through faith we find solace and strength. David's life, though marked by hardship, ultimately points us to the God who is greater than any obstacle we may face. His journey, filled with both triumphs and trials, illustrates the profound truth that our faith can move mountains. His legacy of faith inspires us to find our own strength in God's presence, to seek refuge in His promises, and to draw courage from His unwavering support. It encourages us to face our giants with courage, knowing that we do not stand alone. With God by our side, we can confront any challenge, no matter how insurmountable it may seem, and to live lives marked by gratitude and praise. In every victory and every defeat, in every joy and every sorrow, we are called to give thanks, recognizing the hand of God in all things. May David's song become our song as we navigate the challenges and triumphs of life, finding strength in its verses and hope in its melody. Let it be the anthem that guides us through the valleys and over the peaks, always remembering that God is our rock, our fortress, our unshakable foundation. In Him we find the stability and security that the world cannot offer, and our ever-present help in times of need. In moments of despair and in times of joy, His presence is a constant, unwavering and true. Let us hold fast to this legacy of faith, allowing it to shape our lives and guide our path.